everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Plumbing the Death Star, a comedy pop culture podcast for everyone who's
thumbs are cramping? Excuse me?
Yeah, that's right. It's a Thumb Cramps crossover episode. Well, it works.
Hey,
Yeah, okay.
hey,
So-
crossovers, man.
Yeah, so
Big in the 90s, big now.
yeah, so this is Plumbing the Death Star. It's a comedy pop culture podcast that asks the most important questions, but it's also a crossover with another podcast, Thumb Cramps, because we've got very special guests, Joel Dusher and Jackson Bailey, the two hosts of Thumb Cramps here today.
I'm also here. I'm Joel Zammit.
You're the
nice
host
to meet
today.
you. I'm the host, apparently. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Plumbing the Death Star. We ask the important question, like, how would you defeat Bowser as a regular man?
How would you
Wasn't the
kill?
last episode sort of a Thumb Cramps crossover about Bagpuss?
Well, I feel it's kind of very, like, weirdly Sans Pants lore.
Yeah,
Because, like,
that's
we've
true.
hated Bagpuss for years.
Ever since I read about him in a magazine.
Yeah, on the
I wanna
boss.
say
Yeah.
maybe
Probably.
pre-COVID.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
definitely, and it was like Bagpuss just remained like a thorn in our side. Every now and again, you just kind of like reminisce
just
and
think
think
about
about
the theme,
Bagpuss, and I'd be
yeah.
like, and then
yuck.
like my wife is British. I'd be like, what is wrong with your
Yeah.
country?
Does
And
she
she'd
know
be like,
Bagpuss?
Oh yeah, she know
Yeah, okay.
Bagpuss.
She loves Bagpuss.
Yeah, no doubt. dude, no
It
doubt.
raised her. Bagpuss raised her.
Yeah. She'll claim like I was too young for Bagpuss
Wrong.
and that I've never seen an episode.
I was not born in the
Yeah.
70s, my
But,
husband.
lies are nothing
But
but slander.
also, the listeners of this podcast and Thumb Cramps, a different podcast that we're crossing over with today,
Yes.
they're all like your wife's age or younger, and they know Bagpuss because it's their grandma or whatever's watching it.
That's true.
Oh,
Who are these people out here watching TV with their grandma? I've
can't-
never done that in my life, dude.
I don't know. It just sounds nice.
To watch TV. When I was a kid, I had friends who were really good friends with their grandparents, and I never understood it. I was like, what are you talking? I have a friend who was like, I can't wait. Next week, I get to go and spend a week with my grandma.
Yeah.
No
again,
disrespect to my grandma, but like,
okay, when you're a
What
kid,
a lot of disrespect
they're
to my
teenagers.
when you're a teenager, grandma may be a bit lawless. Doesn't
it
care what
depends on-
time you go to bed.
Yeah.
Let you eat all the candy.
yeah,
Depends on ages as well.
it would have been about 15.
No, it's in age of the grandma.
Yeah, 15.
That I don't know.
15-year-old grandma.
Wow,
That's my new sitcom idea. What if a grandma was 15?
Can we get
That-
the, can we
horrible.
get the theme?
No, it's through adoption. Don't worry. Hey, it's grandma, but this time she's 15.
But this
She time traveling?
Not 65, not 45. That's right. This time she's 15.
I like it.
15-year-old grandma
It's still going.
now showing.
Now she, in a film? Is it a
I
theater?
don't really like 16-year-old grandma.
15.
15. Sorry.
you.
Excuse me.
It's like teen mums, but worse.
But worse, but then you say it's through
It's fine through adoption. Then wait, no. Why is the adoption agency giving a 15-year-old
It's an unethical adoption agency.
15-year-old a grandkid? So she's adopting.
She's 15 and she
What if she
adopted another
No, she's
15-year-old.
15 and she adopted a 45-year-old woman who has a 7-year-old daughter.
It's ethical. She's 15
There's no
and
problem with this.
she's 15 and she's my grandma. I'm 7.
7?
Yeah, I'm
He's
7.
Oh, you're
He's
7.
he's
Joel Dusher.
Yeah, I'm the daughter of the
Yeah.
45-year-old.
Yeah. That's
It's
really
just
good.
Like, the first episode. Is it a series? Okay, it's just
now
the adoption
showing.
agency. Just I don't know. Just like like rummaging through. Yeah, approve.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
I got fired today. I don't give a
I don't give a
shit.
fuck, dude.
Duh,
Get
it
a
was
45-year-old woman who's 7, or is it like a
cares?
mix-up?
It was a mix-up.
Ah.
The 45-year-old woman signed the wrong box.
Did she sign the adopt me box rather
Yeah.
than adopt?
Adoption.
So what? It was like she
Okay.
found the profile of the.
Oh wow! I'm gonna get to adopt a 15-year-old. Wait a second.
Oh, no.
Wait a second.
Now she's
my
my
mom. And then the 7-year-old, and that means he's my grandma.
grandma, 15-year-old grandma. Wow, I like it, dude.
Yeah,
does it have like sort of like
CBS signed me on for 6 seasons, and I'm sweating in the writers' room.
Feels like it has, should have like Leave It to Beaver kind of energy.
Oh, like there's moral lessons at the end of every episode.
Leave It to Beaver is one of those TV shows that I've never seen and always sounds like it's like kind of how like people say like Electric Boogaloo was like the very funny punchline to a sequel title.
Yeah.
Leave It to Beaver is like the sitcom equivalent of that to me, where it's like, like a sitcom, like Leave It to Beaver.
Leave It to Beaver's from like the 50s.
Yeah. He just kind of follows a little kid. He learns a lesson. Is he a bit of a stinker?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're not calling a kid Beaver if it's not a stinker.
Well, they say leave it to Beaver. Do they mean like leave it to Beaver to fuck up like this, dude?
Or maybe they're like a
Fucking
Dennis the
Beaver.
Menace type.
Yeah.
Which
he must
one?
be.
There's two.
Yeah, that's true. They're both no good Nicks.
Yeah, they're both fuckhead kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bowser.
Yeah, okay, so he's in canon, he is 34 years old,
Okay.
10'2".
A younger man, I see. How tall?
10'2",
Taller man, I see.
Okay.
and he weighs 6,500 kilos.
What?
Yeah, he's got a couple kilos
He's
on him.
heavy. Is that mostly shell, I would imagine?
I don't know.
Pure muscle.
Yeah.
I guess
How we killing him?
Well, how much
Mario
does a regular...
throws him into bombs. How the fuck is a plumber swinging around
He's strong.
6 tons? He's picking up a fucking car.
No, he's using his momentum in
Judo.
against
He's
him.
doing
He's
judo.
doing judo. He's actually using Bowser's weight against it. Bowser lunges forward.
Yeah.
Mario picks him up, and then
He just simply pivots his heel or something.
and then uses the weight to. You know how you could judo an elephant?
Yeah. I like this sort of a vibe here, like we're making fun of judo, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love the idea that it's plumbing the Death Star's official opinion that judo's not a real martial
Karate,
art.
awesome. Kung Fu, awesome.
Yeah, dude.
The one they do the IDF sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Krav Maga.
Yeah, fuck that one.
What about capoeira?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Because
that was
dancing
Fuck,
and
dude.
fighting.
Yeah, dude. Capoeira.
Big fan. You can do like a bit of a like break dancing and kick someone in the face.
Yeah, that's so sick, dude. Eddie Gordo.
Yeah,
that's right.
Tekken.
dude.
I got scared there that it was a Virtua Fighter reference for some reason. No
I'm
one's out here
worried that I've
referencing.
run out of martial arts that I can name.
Taekwondo.
Heibo. Taibo. That's one of them.
Wing Chun.
Wing Chun.
Mixed.
Mixed. Boxing, probably.
What's the one?
That easy one.
Guy defected Russia. Steven Seagal. Aikido.
Yeah, Aikido. Steven
Yeah.
Seagal's
Fake,
martial art.
fake.
Yeah, fake martial art.
Fake martial
You just sort of stand there and
And then
wait
just
till
like,
someone comes near
and
you.
then they fall down. It's good.
I'd love to learn that.
You could probably take a course online
Yeah.
for like $1,600.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
You get like a 360p video of Steven Seagal sitting in a chair going, all right, so the first thing you want to do is, thank you.
And the audio's really crunchy for some reason. I'm like, he's using his computer microphone.
Is Aikido the one where they say what they're doing while they're doing it, but they're yelling it? Like,
I can imagine.
Karate chop!
yeah, that, but not karate chop. It would be, I guess, Aikido chop.
Yeah.
And like, bullshit throw.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think so. I
do
think
it at the same
so.
time.
Anyway, all those we respect except for Krav Maga and
Judo.
judo. Pivot your heel.
Pivot your heel. Use your own weight.
Yeah. Eat a fucking protein shake. Use your own
Using someone
weight.
else's weight, you parasite.
So okay, in I guess something that I can understand. How heavy is he?
Yeah.
Bowser?
6,500 kilos.
yes, you said that before.
But what is that
What does that
weight?
mean?
Like, give us an equivalent.
Can you give us like how many dogs?
Like a plane?
Like is this a several cars?
Yeah.
Okay.
A kind of
A
bus?
bus? Yeah, a bus
Like
feels right.
like yeah.
But that also feels heavy. It feels too heavy for how it's the big. The
well,
big
he's 10 foot.
Yeah.
That's like
I don't
almost
have
2 dads.
Yeah, but 2 dads. How much does a dad weigh? 200 kilograms.
Okay.
That's a big dad. So like you know.
So
What kind of dad
a
you
large,
thinking? You want a big dad or you want like a sveltish dad?
Oh, for the ideal dad.
Yeah,
Hang on a second.
hang on.
We're talking,
We're talking
dad.
dad.
Well, let me just quickly
Yeah.
So it's 260 large dogs.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
And,
much.
the average dad weight, I would imagine this day and
so we're
age.
talking like
what's the ideal dad weight?
The dad.
Oh,
we're
ideal
talking
dad weight 85 kilos.
85.
85 kilos.
That's too svelte.
No,
for a
it's
dad.
because our dads, they come from a different generation. They're all like 5'8". What? No one's got a tall dad when they're our age. Tall dads are new.
My dad's pretty tall.
His
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
How tall is your dad?
I don't know.
6 foot something, right?
I'm a bit taller than your dad, and I'm 6 foot on the dot.
I don't know if my dad. How tall's my dad?
You're a small man.
Am I small?
You're not that small,
How
dude.
big am I?
You'd be
You're
like, wait, who's taller of you two?
I think we're roughly the same.
Yeah.
We're about that.
You're rolling around like 5'10".
We're like 100 and I think it's like 78.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. One, okay.
Do some height math.
I'm
real
gonna-
quick.
Like 6 foot
My
is
dad's taller
6
than
foot
me,
is
I think.
180.
180. Yeah, I'm 183,
My
which
dad's
is
like-
6 foot actually.
No,
Yeah.
isn't I thought 180 was 6 foot.
No, that's 5'11", I believe.
My dad's taller than me.
Yeah.
So-
I thought he was 6 foot.
I don't know. Probably he is tall.
Yeah, you're rolling around 5'10". I was right.
There you go.
Okay. Well, my dad's probably 6 foot.
Yeah,
That's tall.
that's normal. I'm 6 foot.
You would-
I'm not tall.
He just said
6 foot's tall, dude.
no. He just said that little dads were like 5'8", and then you said
Yeah.
he's 6 foot. Now he's saying that's
That's
normal.
normal.
This
No,
son
no,
of a
no.
bitch is
6
changing the
foot's-
fucking. He's changing the goddamn post.
Sorry, I would like to clarify and justify.
Please.
That is tall for a dad of our caliber of dads.
Are you saying dad's got taller?
But yes, I am saying dad's got taller.
Why'd they do
Guys
that?
got taller.
So I hate that he's right because generationally we just keep getting taller.
That's true.
and our dicks are getting smaller or something, I
Tall. Oh, that's so awesome.
What?
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
apparently-
heard that penis size is decreasing.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I think it's fabulous.
And we got microplastics in our nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great and all, but why is our dicks getting smaller? I understand that like we're getting taller, but it's just by like
Probably
okay.
because the length of our dick is going into our legs now or something.
Probably. Yeah, he's right. Probably. Yeah.
He's right.
Well,
but
is it that our dicks are staying the same size, but we're getting taller, so,
So
they
proportionally?
look smaller?
So therefore, if you like, once because you shave,
Yeah.
it looks a bit. It looks
Oh,
a bit
yeah,
bigger 'cause
yeah.
in perspective, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really
Dads are getting taller, dicks are getting smaller. Those are two
dads
true
are getting
facts.
taller.
Okay. All right.
Dicks
Well, I
are
was thinking
getting
6
smaller.
foot is a good dad, like your
Yeah.
dad size in terms of like height, 6 foot.
I agree.
Weight though, I was gonna say like we're getting like a portly dad, like a beer belly dad, or
If
we
you're,
getting
if you're
kinda
going
like,
6 foot beer belly dad, you're looking at probably 120.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like, what kind of dad are we doing for our dad math?
Well, that's
don't know.
like a 6 foot dad.
Like you know
that's
how they've
one.
got the ideal kilogram?
Oh yeah, like
What
if,
is the
if in a
ideal dad?
lab,
Yeah.
somewhere in Sweden,
Yeah, there's like a dad on a
secure
scale
vault.
where like there's the dad.
there's the perfect
He's
dad.
6 foot. What kind of physique are we saying here?
I think the ideal dad is
how old as well?
barrel chested.
Barrel chested. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and maybe
You've gone old dad.
So we're looking
Yeah.
like John Hamm
yeah,
from
John
Mad
Hamm
Men.
proportions. What? What?
You're creating a DILF, not a dad.
You have created a DILF.
Yes.
Not gonna lie.
I may have done that.
Yes.
But is a DILF the ideal dad? I would argue
For me,
no.
yes.
Well,
But not the ideal
Why
dad.
isn't a DILF the ideal dad?
I don't know.
Well, because you're not looking at it as a dad. I mean, you are. But you're looking at it as it's not your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad shouldn't be a DILF to you.
Correct.
Yeah, but yes.
I mean, hey,
That does go without saying.
Yeah, I had assumed, and that's on me, that's a thing that we didn't need to say.
I just thought
But
it
hey,
was
Wait
well
till you hear about
clarified.
stances on MILFs and it being the same.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
okay, yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right, ideal dad.
I've
where are
become
we?
lost in the weeds.
Yeah,
I
you're lost.
apologize.
Yeah. So do we want? Yeah, like, are we talking? Like,
I
are we
think
talking
5'10".
new dad? Are we talking like 45? I think 45 is a good age. For a
Yeah, I
dad.
agree. 45.
45
That's like,
is like you either have,
Jackson's going down the DILF route again.
45 is just either like you have sort of either sort of adult kids if you
Yeah.
had kids at a younger age, you have like teenager kids if you had them sort of like a bit later,
Yeah.
or you have maybe even like younger kids if you had them a bit later.
but
in life.
45
feels like a good dad age.
you're like worked in as a dad.
Yeah.
You've been a dad for some time
See,
already.
for me, we're going older. Like 45-year-old dad,
yeah,
You're not into it?
52.
52-year-old
too old for a dad.
No, not too
I mean,
old
it's not
for
too old for a dad, but too old for an ideal dad.
Unless something goes horribly wrong for you in your future,
Yes.
you will be a 52-year-old
I
dad,
hope
and many
so,
yeah.
dads are a 52-year-old
Yeah, I
dad.
agree,
I'd
but
like to
yeah.
clarify in the situation of things going wrong, your kid's fine, you just
Oh,
died
yeah,
before 52.
yeah.
Fair.
I just, I think
I've
52,
met your baby. He's very strong. He could stop it.
Well, that love is old.
Yeah, it is. You don't need to worry about him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Somehow he ends up on the road, worry about the car.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Why is
Like
your babies.
wombat, dude. To tear out the underside of someone's car.
Yeah, he's gonna
Well,
be
he
like,
is
Dad,
Wombat.
watch this. You know, Action Comics #1. Yeah, why? Oh no! And then he'll throw a car at me.
Yeah. Why is he?
He'll
doing
take
that?
on Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think 52 to me just feels too old for the ideal dad.
52, smoker, 5 foot.
Smoker.
Yeah.
That's an old dad.
Hang on, 52 smoker.
You're doing his John Hamm, but in
3
the
foot-
opposite direction.
3'4".
That's unbelievable.
Dude, are you telling me you don't want a little smoking dad? I've come round. 3'4".
Little smoking
That's
dad.
another sitcom. Little smoking dad, what you doing today?
Smoking cigarettes.
Oh yeah.
Took up smoking at the age of 7 and stopped growing, and now he's a little smoking dad.
That's fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I love little smoking dad.
Yeah.
That's my ideal dad.
Yeah.
I've settled on it.
Fit in the palm of your hand.
Yeah,
you know?
3. Oh, for the ball hand. Okay, 1 foot. 1 foot
Look
exactly.
at him balance.
Size of 3 apples.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
apples tall smoking
One
cigarette.
or 2 cigarettes tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He can
yeah.
sit on the cart like a stool.
Yeah.
And he can give me advice
Oh,
or
that's
whatever.
nice. He sits in the cart and he opens it up, pulls
Yeah.
one out.
Pulls out a
Lights it
huge
up.
cigarette. Should you be smoking that?
Yeah.
Keeps me healthy.
Gives me small.
And I say, okay, little smoking dad. I have this problem at school, and he's like, my life experience is so different to yours. I can never offer
Have you tried
advice.
smoking?
I'm sort of like a gnome. I've lived such a different life, kid. Okay.
What about Ed Harris as the ideal dad?
Ed Harris is, he seems like a stern dad.
No, he seems more like, I don't know. Look, maybe this is going out there a little bit too much, but I
Okay.
say Ed Harris, granddad.
Oh, yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that. Active granddad.
He does have granddad vibes.
Yeah.
Runs a marathon. That kind of granddad, dude.
Yeah.
But-
This is falling into DILF territory again, but I was going to go Pierce Brosnan 007 era, but that is full on DILF
That's
era.
extreme
So I'm
DILF.
so
What
sorry,
about
but I
Alec-
keep thinking of DILFs.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin, 30 Rock.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
okay,
He gives me more uncle energy. Rich uncle.
Stop imagining his personality and imagine him physically.
Yeah, he's in a
I
suit.
am.
Dads aren't in suits unless
Yeah,
a
he's
wedding or
like,
funeral
yeah,
is
he's
happening.
my dad's more successful brother.
Yeah,
You're thinking
exactly.
of Stephen Baldwin.
Now, Stephen Baldwin's a dad. Which is
What
hard to...
about like Nicolas Cage's body? No, that's scary uncle.
That's dad's younger brother that I'm scared of.
Yeah. Which actor's the most like a dad? What about Walton Goggins? Dad?
That's uncle.
That's uncle.
Okay.
That's full-on uncle.
Excuse me, fair
That's
enough.
like tropical uncle.
Timothy Oliphant. Dad? Dill.
Oh,
Fucked it
Dill.
up again.
But also like
Yeah.
not even. I don't even see
Yeah.
him as uncle.
Yeah.
That's just like hot boyfriend I have
Yeah.
brought home, you know?
Fuck. Okay, fuck. What celebrity is a
I don't want
dad?
to say Tom Hanks because he's a boring as fuck guy.
Yeah.
Well, you'd say Tom Hanks. What era Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
None of them. None of them are dad.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Tom Hanks. He's
He also
grandpa,
hasn't
sure.
gone uncle.
Yeah.
He went from guy to granddad.
Yeah, 100% agree, dude. 100%
Fuck
agree.
Tom Hanks. I'll say it. I'm
I
sick
like
of him.
Tom Hanks.
Everyone likes Tom Hanks, but he rubs me the wrong way. I don't know why.
Yeah. Matt Damon? Think about it.
No. He feels like my son.
I was like, Matt Damon feels like a brother.
Give it a couple of years, probably Ben Affleck, but he's not quite there yet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Ben Affleck is like sad there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see Ben Affleck like holding my balloon while I run around at the playground.
Smoking
or
a
whatever.
cigarette.
Yeah.
Smoking dad.
Normal size smoking dad.
Ben Affleck's not normal size. He's broad as a fucking
Yeah.
truck.
Fair enough.
If I found out that Ben Affleck weighed 6.5
kilograms.
Oh my God.
That heavy is that. They have to reinforce every set with steel so that he can just barely walk.
Yeah. How'd you get
He's
so
in a car
heavy?
coming into the lot, scraping along the ground. Oh, Ben Affleck's here.
How'd you get so heavy? Protein loading.
Eating
I'm trying to think of
tungsten.
other dads or like actors that could be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
dad.
What about
David Harbour.
Yeah. He's pretty dad shaped.
Okay.
And he doesn't give me uncle either.
I will say, and this is not a detractor to him being dad, but and this is maybe crazy, he seems like someone else's dad.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
okay.
No, but you know what I mean?
But he's not your dad.
He's not my dad.
No, I know. Your dad's John.
No, but I don't mean my dad, John Bailey. I mean,
He's not your dad. Even though he might be your dad, he doesn't feel like your. He's like the kid's dad that you go over and he's like full of like good advice.
Yeah.
He helps you out.
he's a neighbor boy's dad. He's not my dad. That's David Arbor. I don't know what that means, but that's the
He
sort of
kind of has that
energy.
vibe of like maybe like if you're it's like the dad that would help the kid whose like dad is not in the picture.
Yeah, exactly. Or like I go over and he's explaining that at his house they do something that I'm not allowed to do at my house. That's the kind of dad. Like, oh, we can watch TV while we eat dinner here at the Harbour residence. I could eat TV. I could eat food.
You could eat TV.
You could eat TV.
Yeah.
I could eat TV.
Yeah.
I was thinking
I
like,
could eat
what
TV.
about Fassbender?
No, I was just looking at him as well. Not dad. He's not even uncle. He's just guy I know.
Yeah.
He's like guy I know, or mum's boyfriend.
Yeah, his mom's boyfriend.
I think that's where Timothy Olyphant falls under as well.
Yeah, mom's boyfriend, big time.
Now,
Yes.
I would say that a couple of years ago when he was the age that we're claiming dad should be, he would never be a dad. But now,
Okay.
what about Clooney?
Going from mum's boyfriend to dad.
Yeah.
I've called him father. I
can
think
see,
he'd love that.
I can see that for Clooney.
Okay.
Now that he's like
that for
full on
Clooney.
grey,
Yeah.
he's like let himself go a little bit.
Yeah. I think he could be dad. And if you put Clooney
And
in...
he's like 5'10" and big head.
Yeah, he does have a huge head. He's
Dads
got that
need a
Hollywood head.
big head. You're right.
Yeah, dads need a
You're
young
right.
How tall is George Clooney?
And he also loves pranks.
Yes. He's
Classic dad move.
Classic dad move.
George?
Shooting in your friend's litter box.
Classic
say
dad.
your cat's sick or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Classic
Vintage
dad.
Okay, according to fucking Hollywood, and there is no way this is true.
Yeah.
Actor's fucking full of shit.
Yeah.
Clooney's 5'11", the same height as Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's like a head and shoulders taller than Clooney.
Yeah, that's weird.
Why are they
George,
lying to
also,
me?
George is his dad's name. So.
George is a dad's
Oh, so
name.
Dad's name's George.
George Costanza.
George, exactly.
Not a bad dad.
Yeah.
George, because George Costanza is my dad. My life's about to be very bad. George,
like, but get that dad shape.
yeah. George, it's everything you said from personality. George Costanza is a dad's name.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld, not a dad's
No,
name.
George
This is
Costanza.
my dad,
though-
Jerry? Are you kidding me?
No, thank you. But George Costanza, he's balding.
Yeah.
You know, he's always like he's got a job that we don't really know what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
He's angry.
He just
He's
goes. He's
always
frustrated.
angry,
He
yeah.
seems world weary.
Yeah,
I would also say that personality and actions aside, Michael Richards looks like a dad.
Yes,
now.
yeah. And Michael's a dad's name.
No.
Michael is my dad's name.
Whoa.
Exactly, dude. Except Kramer, his
Cosmo
first name's-
Kramer
Cosmo is not a dad's
No.
name. This is my dad. Although, this is my dad, Cosmo.
Yeah.
All right, I'm at some hippie
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
This is my dad, Jerry. I'm laughing that person out of their own home. Okay, Jerry.
Yeah.
My dad, Jerry.
What if it was Gerald Seinfeld?
That's fine.
What if you had your kid called Cosmo?
Then that I'm fucking up that kid. Let me tell you. This is my son, Cosmo Bailey.
You seem like the type of guy that would call your kid Cosmo
Yeah, dude. Maybe.
or Kramer Bailey.
I feel it's like when we as friends have to be like, you haven't signed anything, right? Like you haven't signed the
Kramer.
person.
No, Kramer,
Oh,
dude, like from Seinfeld.
Yeah,
My favorite
Giddy
shirt.
up.
Shiny.
Tiny, dude.
Yeah,
Tiny.
I know, but you haven't signed. Like,
Tiny,
are
dude.
we cool with that?
Yeah,
Are
dude.
you
I'm actually
sure?
calling him Jerry George Cosmo Bailey.
Really set
Jerry
up that.
George.
Jerry George.
Jerry George is an awesome.
Jerry George Cosmo Bailey Elaine.
Yeah. This is my son,
Yeah,
Jerry
yeah.
George.
I've changed my last name to Bailey Elaine.
yeah.
Yeah, look, I've come round.
From like Saturday, dude.
Look, yeah.
Yeah.
Just calling it Kramer, not great.
Yeah.
Jerry George, though, well.
Jerry
alright.
George.
Hey, this is my dad, Jerry George.
Oh, Jerry George.
I respect Jerry George.
Jerry George is a great name. Oh, man.
Anyway, at this point, people are wondering why they listen to Plumbing the Death Star.
There comes a point in every episode.
Yeah, except unfortunately I guess, hey, they pressed play. That's one download.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Bowser.
Yeah.
How are we taking this turtle out?
So we've discussed this, but the way that Mario usually does it, or at least the most famous methods. I
Yep.
would say there's two.
Mario 64, sure.
Well, there's the Mario 64 method, which is pick him up by his tail, throw him into a bomb.
Yep.
That seems hard to do as a regular man because,
Yeah.
again, we've already established he's 10'2" and he weighs 6,500 kilos,
Well,
which is the
like-
same size as 260 large dogs.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
The other way Mario does it is break his bridge so he falls into lava.
That seems easier.
Yeah.
Breaking a bridge.
You just
seems
gotta touch an axe.
so much
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
Why has he got an axe next to a rope bridge that he's standing on?
I don't know.
Tempting fate.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Bowser's
You
a
know?
fucking idiot.
No.
It's like keeping a loaded gun on
Yeah.
your bedside table.
Exactly.
With the bullet, with the barrel pointed towards your head.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like a rise and grind kind of mindset, man. Because if that axe wasn't there, he'd be safe.
Exactly.
He'd be fine. He'd be like going through
He
life,
needs the threat.
just being like, everything I have and need is right here. There's nothing that could take me down. That axe there,
Yeah.
that is providing a sharp edge for him to have a sharp
Wait,
mind.
the axe
Exactly,
is
dude.
behind him.
Yeah.
I had it in front
in
of
his chamber.
Yeah, I had the axe in front of him for some reason.
It's behind him. You got to go under
Oh,
Bowser.
well,
or
in that
jump
case,
over his head.
It's kind of like having a gun safe.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
And maybe he uses the axe. He never uses the axe, but maybe his plan is to use that axe himself.
Chop
Yeah,
off Mario's
exactly.
head.
Yes.
Yeah,
Home
dude.
invaders or whatever.
For
It's like, hang on, let me
insurrection.
go to my axe safe.
Yeah, exactly.
He can also be killed by fireballs, so the fact that he falls into lava probably spells bad news if he's weak to fire.
yeah,
he
He
shouldn't be.
shoots fire.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
But
Well,
I
I
guess
mean,
if I have a gun and I shoot a gun, I'm not immune to bullets. Yeah,
Yeah.
But you don't shoot bullets from your belly.
That's true.
That
You don't
would be
regurgitate bullets and
Yeah.
spit them out.
Yeah.
That's true.
But you are weak to punches.
Yeah.
That's true. But if I was to get like say stomach acid on my face,
Reflux.
Yeah.
that would be bad.
That would be bad. You would get sick.
Yeah. I don't know if it would melt my face,
Yeah.
but I feel like it wouldn't be good.
Yeah. What I'm learning is that Bowser's weak to like traditional damage then. Because you can shoot him with your fireballs, you can throw him into a bomb. If he falls in lava, he dies.
I mean, ideally, you'd probably throw a bomb at him. Seems easier.
That does seem easier.
Yeah, that's true.
Stick of dynamite.
Step one, then acquire a bomb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Annika's cookbook. It's
Annika's
online.
cookbook, make my own bomb. But to get to Bowser in that situation, I will need to go through like
You got to
a
jump
level.
over holes.
Yeah. I think it's
Okay.
far more likely I'm going to burn to a crisp.
I got it. I'm gonna take a new method.
Okay.
One that was made famous at the Bunta Eve Classic.
Oh.
Bunta Eve Classic.
Okay.
So we know that Bowser likes having a Mario Kart.
Okay.
He loves it.
So the Bunta Eve Classic in episode 1, The Phantom Menace. That's
Yippee.
Darth Maul. Yippee.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stakes in that race, and you see the people who are getting around, just like fucking around with pod races. I almost said podcasters. That's us.
Yeah.
Fucking around with pod races. Almost did it again. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
so that, you know, at the very start of the race, some of the pod races just explode.
Yeah.
So, Mario Kart, Annika's cookbook,
Yeah.
car bomb.
Okay.
Okay.
He-
we
we-
might not even need a car bomb. We can just like, be like mechanics
Yeah.
and like try to fix up his
We're
car.
not a toad.
Do you need to be a toad?
I
Or
feel
wear
like
a
that
shy
if-
guy. Can I wear a shy guy mask?
You could
Just
probably
a big shy guy.
wear a big shy guy.
Yeah. I'm a big shy guy.
yeah,
Don't worry
fine.
about it. Okay, so then you imagine we
I
cut
feel
the
like you're
brakes.
gonna
Yeah.
cut the brakes. That's
Cut the
no,
brakes.
you put a bomb in the car.
Well, you cut the brakes, and then if that doesn't work, you put a bomb in the car.
Yeah.
You see what have you played Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Also, happy release week to Mario Kart World. Mario Kart's big now.
Yeah, I've
This
played,
episode's brought to you by Nintendo.
I've played Mario Kart. brother.
Not at their request.
yeah.
Yeah.
We said you're sponsoring this episode. They
went,
said,
no,
they
no,
said,
please.
no.
Please,
Please
No, no, no,
don't.
no, 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 no.
We don't want to be associated with you.
Don't worry, we got you.
You're on
They're
your
like,
back,
we don't
dude.
send you money, so we can't sponsor you. I say we send us games on
Yeah,
Dumb
exactly,
Cramps. That's a sponsorship.
That's a sponsorship. Okay.
Just ask the tax man.
Yeah.
So yeah, sponsored by Nintendo. Thank you so much, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Everyone should pre-order a Nintendo Switch too.
Yeah.
Or buy one now because they're out. Anyway, yeah.
So you're cutting. You're saying if we cut the brakes, it won't work?
Yeah, because in Mario Kart, fucking Lakitu will just pick. If he falls in a hole, Lakitu saves him. If he crashes into a wall, nothing happens.
Okay, so I'm guessing there's a little like a weakness in this whole chain.
Well, you could-
Lakitu.
I mean-
Yes.
so we
Well,
got a
Jackson
brick.
could probably dress as
got a
Lakitu.
I
Brick
could look like
Lakitu.
Lakitu, dude.
Would you fall through the cloud though?
I just wear it like around my top. Dick out.
Just dangling dick out.
Yeah.
With your Although, are you good with a fishing rod?
I've never tried. I could be. I've never had
Does he need to be?
Yeah.
He's killing Bowser.
Yeah,
What's the-
exactly. Exactly.
Well, you might be killing more than Bowser though, because Lakitu. Okay, so you're taking out
break
Lakitu.
a few eggs to make an omelet.
So my plan was just simply
Bombing Bowser.
bomb. Bowser
Bowser.
starts his ignition
Yeah.
for
car
Mario
bomb.
Kart.
Car bomb. The
Okay.
classic car bomb
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah.
And I say the IRA sends their regards.
Yeah, nice.
Good.
Bowser loved. He's royalty.
Yeah, dude, Bowser probably loved Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah,
Let's be honest, dude.
The IRA would have got him.
Yeah.
They should have.
Yeah.
Dude. The IRA should have taken out Bowser Cooper, king of. What's he even king of? Does he have any claim to the fucking
No,
throne?
he's king of England, basically.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
What claim does he have to the throne?
What do you mean? He doesn't have a claim to the throne. That's why he keeps.
Is he just trying to
stealing
overthrow
Peach.
to just put himself
He's
in?
called King Bowser.
Yeah, but he's the king of fucking.
He's the king of the Coopers.
He's the king of the Coopers.
Yeah.
So I guess it's Cooperland.
Yeah.
Like how fucking Ganondorf is a prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's prince of the fucking
Gerudos.
Yeah.
at least. Yeah.
Bowser's the king of the Coopers. This is the same shit.
Okay.
Like how fucking Prince Andrew was the prince of the pedophiles.
Yeah. I
That's
think
right,
he's actually
dude.
king.
Yeah,
Yeah.
king of the pedophiles.
Yeah. And the royal family knew and did nothing about it.
Yeah. Big
Good.
The
time.
IRA.
Yeah. Okay, so you blow up Bowser.
Yeah.
Great.
Done. Mario goes, oh no!
Is that one? But is one bomb going to be enough?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he takes 3 at the end of Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, like, again, I like this. There's no direct combat because you're right. He's
going to
a
defeat
heavy
us.
turtle.
Yeah.
And we
He
can't
could
beat
remove
that.
my head from my shoulders.
But I think like because there's Mario Kart, there's tennis, there's Mario Party.
Yeah.
So all these kind of things here where Bowser appears, there's a good prime opportunity for us to
Absolutely.
do something in.
What about how about this? This is my strategy for Mario Kart. Mario Kart occasionally has little shortcuts.
Yeah.
So I have I make a shortcut, okay? It's like maybe I've got road closed signs, and then when one of you is like, oh, Bowser's coming, I remove them. So Bowser's like, oh, shortcut. He drives in 8 foot, well, I know he's 10 foot, 40-foot pit. He into the pit, and then we pour concrete on top of him. Bada bing, bada boom. We entomb him.
Yeah. Wile E. Coyote style.
Yeah.
But
although I
more
feel like
clever.
that Bowser has been entombed before, and then he just suddenly breaks out and is big now.
Yeah. That is,
I can imagine that, but I don't remember where or why.
Does Bowser appear in Dr. Mario?
No.
No, unfortunately not.
Wario
give him,
does
like,
for
You
some
can't
reason.
get him sick. Is
No,
what
I was
going
going to give him wrong medical diagnosis.
Malpractice.
And cause him to spiral a bit.
Yeah.
Like, be like, you have cancer, Bowser. I'm so sorry.
Whoa,
You've got,
and then
like,
because he thinks he's got
6
Bowser
weeks to live. He
Damn,
kind of
dude,
like
that's a good
spirals
strategy.
And then,
Yeah. You just send him a letter. Bowser, as per your most recent medical visit, you're dying. And then he, oh my God, I think that then you're in his head. What about if he has to go under the knife at any point?
I was thinking, what if we could be like a surgeon here? Yeah. There's an idea. Like, if he's...
Dude, you get me in there if he's going to go in for some routine whatever and a routine surgery, and I slice his belly open and fucking rooting around.
Bro, it's even easier. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm a practicing anesthesiologist. I think that's the way I say my job.
And then you just crank the gas.
Cranking the gas is a good way to get
Cranking
him.
the gas, dude. Sounds like something Pauly Shore would say.
Yeah.
Cranking the gas.
If he goes to a dentist and just like...
Yeah.
And then he just starts giggling.
Bowser's got to get dental surgery at some point.
Well, yeah, those fireballs can't be great for his
Exactly.
enamel.
What do you just do? You go, oh, I'm just working on your teeth. Whoop. Drop the scalpel in there.
The old scalpel down the throat by a dentistry.
You turn on the drill. Whoop. Oh, sorry.
Oh, brother, sorry.
Drilling your neck from
Yeah.
the inside.
Well, he's a turtle, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at common medical problems
Oh, true.
of a...
But traditional turtles hate fire.
Yeah.
Well, he hates fire.
That's true.
Yeah,
Turtle
yeah.
soup?
Turtle
Okay, common medical problems in turtle include metabolic bone disease,
Okay.
vitamin A deficiency.
What does vitamin A do to the body?
I don't
Yeah.
know yet. Respiratory
Where do
infections,
you get
shell
vitamin
rot,
A?
and parasite infections. All right, we can,
Fill him with bugs and shell rot. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would make him lighter as well if we can rot his shell.
Yeah.
How do you rot something?
Leave it out in the sun.
damp.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Mold.
As a little funny prank.
Fungal or bacterial infection that can damage the shell and even become septic. Okay.
Septic is good.
Fungal,
good.
Toads are fungus.
Well, here's another thing.
Yeah.
And we can make an innocent Mario Kart prank.
Okay.
We just enter the Mario Kart.
Uh-huh.
Now, there's weapons and shit, but it all seems to be like fun and games. Like no one actually gets hurt from that. But with Bowser, we make a new item where it's a bucket of milk.
Oh.
And we throw milk on him.
Yeah.
And then he keeps racing in the sun. And we're just like,
Oh, no. He gets sick.
Yes.
Because we're doing a tournament. We're doing a new Mario Kart World.
Yeah, brought to you by Nintendo.
Brought to you by Nintendo.
Knockout
tour, which goes for ages.
Yeah.
The milk rots on Bowser.
Yeah.
Nice.
He gets starts showing signs of shell rot.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking the same kind of concept, but we could do with Mario Tennis.
Oh.
Because tennis is like often in the heat.
That's
And
true.
the tennis players will be sweating.
Okay.
And they're kind of getting dehydrated.
You two engage Bowser and Bowser Jr. in a game of doubles.
We're killing Bowser Jr. now, too?
Yeah.
Gotta break a few omelets to make eggs or whatever.
Gotta end the family line.
I infiltrate.
Evil dies tonight.
I become Bowser's like ball boy assistant or whatever. And whenever he comes over to me for a drink of water, I hand him a water bottle full of milk. But he's got to keep playing tennis, dude.
That's just drinking milk. It's hydrating him.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, we
Off
famously
milk.
No, you gotta spill it on his back. You gotta spill it on his back.
poison.
Ah.
Mario Tennis arsenic water.
Yeah, he drinks that. He's getting tired of. Plus, that means we win the tennis match, too.
Well, hang on. With tennis.
Wait, we're playing against Bowser and Bowser Jr. and you're their water boy.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Perfect plan.
In tennis, they often in the stands eating cream and strawberries.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Now if that was thrown onto a turtle shell, then that would and then bake in the hot sun.
Yes.
That wouldn't be good for a turtle.
But if there was a crowd riot where everyone threw cream onto
Just one
Bowser,
guy. Just one guy needs to do it.
that would end the game.
What about this? Once again, same plan, but I infiltrate Bowser's sort of like support team as his masseuse. And instead of massaging him with oils, I massage him with butter.
This is actually a pretty good idea.
And so when he stands out in the sun, he starts to crisp up. He's smelling good.
Hey, do you just want to have a quick look at Bowser's shell?
Spiky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not doing his shell. I'm doing the joints. And his
and
head.
if you're being real careful, like go around,
work
those
around
spots.
the
Yeah, I'm going up in the back where his
Yeah.
body's all soft and disgusting.
Yeah, you'd be like, don't worry, Mr. Bowser. This is like a turtle wax kind of thing for your shell. It's going to make it real hard.
Yeah, you got to remember, you got to massage the shell because shell rots.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Not
true.
rubbing butter on his
So
face.
then we rub butter all between them joints.
In the joints. He
Milk,
goes out in
pour
the
some
sun.
milk in there.
You're smelling him crisp up.
Because he can't look
hungry.
behind him. He don't know what
Yeah.
you're doing there. He's face down in the hole.
Exactly.
In the hole. He'd be great. You could do whatever
Dude, I
you
could
want.
put
to his
anything
back.
up there behind the shell.
Yeah.
I could put anything
Fish,
up.
old fish.
Old fish, chicken.
Why are you putting it up there behind? You got to put it on. I mean, a little
Well,
bit
it'll
of
hit the
both, I
shell from the
guess.
back. Hit the shell from the back.
One of the best ways to do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm putting up, like,
How do you get behind his shell? Because it's all like that neck's, like his neck is attached, right?
No, because he can go into his shell, so his neck can't be attached.
No, but a turtle can go into the
turtle
shell
can
and
go
then
into the
they're
shell.
attached.
Yeah.
The neck's attached to the shell.
Yeah,
dude, you ever seen
brother.
a turtle?
Yeah, you ever
Yeah.
seen a fucking turtle in your
Yeah,
life?
dude, I'm thinking about heaps of turtles I've seen. I've famously almost got killed by one
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
think about
true.
a turtle going into its neck. It's like its shell is there.
Yeah.
It's all,
The shells,
yeah.
it's like their bones on the outside, dude, like a crab.
I know crabs too.
Yeah. You could probably get in there with like a syringe or something.
Yeah. Oh, fill it with butter.
Yeah, I was thinking fill it in with butter. Cook him like a delicious lobster.
Yeah, because when he comes in so dehydrated and crispy from playing tennis, I say, oh, just come right this way to a spa bath full of onions and carrots and stock.
You're making turtle soup.
Yes.
Yeah. Just go to sleep, Bowser and Bowser Jr. And I just get a big spoon. I'm just going to stir you.
Yeah,
okay?
it's good for your joints.
It's good to be stirred.
Yeah, first, go put him in the steam room.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, really separate that shell from the delicious flesh.
Yeah, dude.
Is turtle soup good?
I mean,
I know
must be.
it's unethical.
Yeah, people love it, dude.
Do they?
Yeah, it's
Isn't that,
it's very popular.
Isn't that why we don't have like any more thought? Like
Yeah, Galapagos
Galapagos
turtles, they were so
tortoise, yeah.
delicious we were eating them.
turtles or tortoises.
What does turtle
Tortoises.
taste?
Tortoise soup is probably fucking awesome, dude. Anything you're not allowed to eat is probably good.
Turtle?
We're also sponsored by the FDA.
Tell me I'm fucking wrong, dude.
Turtles
Shark fin soup's probably delicious, okay? You shouldn't eat it. but it's probably awesome, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It has a firm texture similar to rabbit with a very distinct and slightly sweet flavor.
Well, I'm in.
It's great on its own, tossed in flour and then either deep or pan fried, but turtle meat really shines in almost any small game or fish recipe.
Yeah, I can imagine because it's, I mean, like, you know, it's eating a lot of, like, earthy, grassy. Like, I think it'd be delicious.
And fish.
And fish and shit.
You hate seafood.
Yeah.
Why was that appealing to you?
Well, you sometimes eat seafood.
Sometimes I eat
Like
seafood.
some fish.
I like some fish.
Do you?
Yeah.
You ranked
Barramundi?
You like barramundi?
It does.
Yeah, it's a good fish.
So sometimes he orders a fish. You're
Sometimes
like,
I order the fish.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, dude.
You're so outspoken against seafood
yeah.
I don't like mussels
and oysters.
and oysters. Any of the slimy foods are not for me.
Prawns?
Yuck.
He doesn't like bugs.
I don't like
Crab?
bug. Yuck, dude. Yuck. Disgusting
I don't
to
mind
me.
crab, but to me, it's just like, it's too much effort.
Yeah.
I understand why. If you order, say, crab.
Yeah.
Same thing with prawns.
Yeah.
Why is it that, like, you know, it comes with, like, say, the shell on, or it comes in the shell?
Just should
and then
be
they
loose
and
meat.
then they give you like little things to break the shell. They give you little.
You saying
pointy
the
things
meat's
to-
not worth the effort?
correct?
What if a cow...
What about like crab sushi or
Yeah,
prawn
that's
sushi?
fine. That's good. That's
What
good
if
times.
there were other meats that came in shells, like a chicken shell?
Yeah.
Would chicken
No.
be worth? Is what
Well,
any
I'm-
meat?
Chicken
'cause
would
the
be
thing
worth
is-
a shell.
Well, no. Well, the thing is, because usually
Chicken's
you're paying a bit more.
Yeah.
Chicken is good, but usually you're paying a bit more for crab or a bit more for say prawns or
You'd
whatever.
be paying a lot more for turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Turtle
so then-
sushi? Woo!
Ooh, baby.
But then, like, you know, it comes and you got to do some of the work.
Yeah.
It feels like it should be cheaper if I'm doing some of the work.
I agree.
It's to keep it fresher.
But I also
How
yeah,
much
that's
fresher?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Dude, I'm jealous. I think it'd be fun. You know,
Yeah.
getting it, working it out,
Well, yeah, I mean,
slurping it.
you
All
got
right, next
chicken.
time I order crab, I'll bring you along.
Yeah, I'll do the work.
You do the work.
You
None
eat
of
the
the sweet
crab.
reward.
Well,
I
yeah,
think that's a
chicken
good
wings are
idea.
a bit of work.
Yeah, but they're
Not
not
really.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
You know, like a crab, it seems like you
Chicken wings, you like break, because if you're going to eat all the meat off the bone, you got to break them and slurp
Are you
it
gonna
all
do
up.
that crazy thing where they go? You know that
Yeah.
What?
You just twist it and you pull them out.
one? Yeah, there's
It's
like
real easy.
there's crazy methods for getting
Yeah.
all the meat off a chicken wing.
You can just kind of do a twisty thing and you kind of
You
pull
go
out the two
shloop,
bones.
yeah.
and it's-
Or you hold it in one hand and slam it down or some shit. I don't
seen
know.
I
No,
feel like
that's
you're getting
pretty cool.
sauce all over your hands.
Yeah.
Because I'm imagining these wings are covered in blue cheese
Yeah, dude, these
sauce.
are sloppy wings.
Oh, man. We're doing that thing where we're
Yeah.
recording close to lunchtime.
We're thinking about eating turtle soup. Big turtle soup. My meal prep is a big turtle soup.
Is it ethical to eat turtle soup if it's Bowser's? Is
Well,
the
probably
turtle?
there's some
Is it-
turtles we got too many of, right?
I think snapping turtles?
Yeah.
I don't want to eat a snapping turtle.
They're
Well,
scary,
no, that's
dude.
the. Yeah, well, that's.
That's the main turtle for soup.
Is
I don't know,
that.
they feel like they would taste bad.
Yeah.
You're
They're
allowed.
crazy, dude. They'll bite your fucking finger off for
Right off,
snapping
man.
turtle. They're scary. Probably there's some turtles you can have. I think if you look it up, there's some. I don't think it's unethical turtle soup on its own.
Yeah.
You know.
It'd be like if you're eating an endangered species.
Yes.
Probably
Like it's,
Australia is one of the places where it's mostly okay to eat certain turtles.
really?
Is it kind of like, you know, eating, say, chicken or bird is usually quite fine.
Yeah.
But then if, say, you were to eat, say, some sort of bald eagle,
Yeah.
not fine.
People
because
would
that's
kick up a fuss.
Because that's endangered.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't do that. But chicken's fine.
Chicken's fine. We get plenty of them. You might as well eat them, dude. And if I guess in Australia we've got enough turtles that
No, okay. It's a different. It's
the
Fake
whole,
turtle?
the whole thing.
So there's 6 species of turtles found in Australian waters, and all of them are protected.
Okay.
But under the Native
is a
Title Act of
Oh.
1993,
yeah, okay. It's like how some
indigenous tradition.
like First Nations people
yeah.
in Canada can eat whale and whatever,
Yeah.
and it's chill. Yeah, okay.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Tight. Yeah, man. Turtle soup. Goddamn. You got
All
me
these
thinking
idiots.
about it,
All
dude.
these-
I think
Hey,
when you
if
said
you were-
turtle coated in flour and
Yeah.
fried, I don't know if you said fried.
I did say fried.
Is
That
it,
sounds good.
what was the, I guess, club, for lack of a better word, the gentleman club?
Yeah.
That, was it Darwin that was a part of? Where he's like, I want to eat.
Oh, yeah, who
everything.
was that? Some guy, and he was like, every animal is delicious except for the mole, which is fucking horrible.
It's like, would you have signed up for that?
Yeah.
Because I think that'd be a great reason to just travel.
Yes.
You're
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
yeah, let me try. eating-
Mayhaps I will try rhinoceros for dinner.
It was, yes, the Glutton Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. That's awesome, dude. Just going to different countries and eating fucking crazy
It was
shit.
a group of Cambridge students,
Yeah.
including Charles Darwin.
How much diarrhea you reckon they did?
Buddy, so much.
Like, fucking, because, like, we know how to cook cow and chicken and goose and duck or whatever. But if somebody gives you, like, fucking anaconda, well, no, that's we probably know how to cook. Somebody gives you,
I think there's like a basic of like, as long as I've like chuck it on fire, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Like, except for when it's like, why is that crawling with parasites?
Yeah.
That's not
Well,
good.
I just know, like, if you eat bear, it can kill you.
Isn't it if you eat certain parts of bear?
No, I mean, bear just...
Any bear?
There's
It's full of parasites.
Yeah,
right?
real good chance it's full of a fucked up parasite that will basically eat you from the inside out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
The sole purpose of the student society was to consume animal meat. Trust. Yes, you know this part, but trust me.
Okay.
This goes good.
Okay.
Unknown to the human palate. The club did not last long and ended abruptly
Okay.
after an unpleasant experience with a brown owl carcass.
What happened?
They ate an owl fucked up, and they were like, fuck this
We
club.
gotta end the club. That's so funny. They
This
all
brown
sit-
owl was so bad, it ruined this club.
just sitting around the owl carcass and being like, we can't be
We
doing
fucked
this.
it. We
What are we
fucked this
doing,
one. This
dude?
was bad.
This is wrecked. I never want to eat a fucked up animal
Give me a
again.
chicken.
Yeah.
Yuck.
What happened? Why? I don't imagine owl being particularly nice.
Well, that's
because
because they probably eat lots of rat.
vermin. Yeah. Yuck.
Yeah.
And I don't imagine there being much meat on an owl, really. Like, they seem lean
Yeah.
as a creature, as
like,
a bird.
I want to say their drumstick would be so little itty bitty.
Yeah. You ever see people, I sometimes get this algorithm on Instagram where they'll cook an entire ostrich in the desert. You don't see that shit, dude? They cook up like 100 potatoes and 400 onions and they put them in an ostrich.
I'd see.
You getting this? That's just me.
No, dude, it's just you. I just get babes.
I'm getting like, hey, we cooked a whole ostrich in the desert. You not seeing this?
On Instagram or TikTok? My TikTok algorithm's a bit different.
I
But
think
my Instagram,
on both, I'm getting it.
My Instagram, even though I don't engage with any lewd material on Instagram, it's like, you want to see fat asses?
Oh, dude, yeah, mine's all fat asses. Mine's it's thrift,
Fat asses and
thrifting content, ostriches cooked in the desert, fat asses, dude.
So
Yeah.
the Glutton Club met weekly, was a roaring success.
Yeah.
They ate many beautiful birds, such as the
nice.
hawk. And the club came to an
Hawk
abrupt
meat.
end when a tawny-owl was served up. The meat was disgusting and stringy and was described as indescribable.
Oh my god. Like enough that it was like we have to end the
How?
club, not like, oh, that was a bad meal.
Yeah.
I hope fucking earthworms or whatever we eat next
Yeah.
taste better.
Surely
They're
you
like
just
that, we're
like
calling it.
cowards. Like you're like, oh, we're eating hawk, we're eating, all these. We ate badger,
Yeah.
all these fancy different animals.
And you have
then you're like,
one-
oh, one bad experience,
how
and suddenly you're
bad?
like, boo-hoo, we're canceling the club.
But maybe
It might have made them really sick.
maybe we can't comprehend how bad it was.
Also,
you know?
like-
yeah, to be honest, I have not eaten brown tawny owl.
He ate an armadillo and said it looks and tastes like duck.
What the fuck?
Armadillo.
Armadillos are hairy and that fucks me up.
They
dude.
they feel like they should have like a horrible smell.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they do. I think they stink like shit.
Well,
dude.
yeah, most fucking animals
No, but I think it's
smell like-
special
Oh,
smell.
man. Look at an armadillo and tell me that one don't stink bad.
Yeah.
I'm better or worse than rats?
But
I reckon
worse.
man.
A little
Rats
bit-
are little, right?
Yeah.
So there's only so much surface area for that stank.
And I wanna-
armadillo looks too big.
Rats
it's got
can
too
get
much
big.
And I
Yeah,
imagine an
not like
armadillo do it like
armadillo big.
opening out and revealing its
Yeah.
hairy underside and the stench
Yeah.
wafting out. That's
also
disgusting.
like all them like
Crevices?
and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
is kind of like Bowser.
Hey, that's
He
true.
would stink
Bowser's
too.
got a lot of crevices. Okay.
Bowser would stink.
Yeah, Bowser would
Mario
smell
probably
like...
stinks too.
Yeah, dude. He's
He's always going into
doing a
toilet
lot.
pipes.
Who do you reckon smells the best in the Mushroom Kingdom?
Toad.
Daisy,
Birdo.
what's wrong with you?
I think she'd smell lovely.
Birdo,
Only
She's got
Okay,
that
first of
awesome
all-
nose.
Only because Birdo like takes care of herself.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
She'd have like some
Birdo
delicious
would have
perfume on.
a strange waft because you can't have a opening of the body that big.
Yeah, that is true. That you would
She's gonna smell like organ.
Wow.
Whatever
Yuck.
that is.
You walk past Birdo and
that.
you go, did you just catch a strange waft? And you go, yeah, I think that's organ. We're
It'd be like,
smelling.
yeah, kind of like if
Yes.
Like if someone just had a very clean but gaping asshole.
Yeah.
They would have a scent.
Yeah. You'd be
Yeah.
smelling the inside of someone.
Yeah.
Whatever the inside of a person smells like, that's what Birdo would smell like.
This is where
Okay,
we
I've
need
been
to,
talked out of it.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
where we need like a surgeon on call to be like, what does the inside of a person
Yeah,
smell
please
like?
tell us what do my
Is
guts
it
smell
good
like?
or is it bad?
Meat, you fuckwit, is what the doctor would say. And then when he
Don't call me a fuckwit, doctor. What kind of bedside
Meat?
manner is this?
Meat?
I don't think it would smell like meat.
I think it'd
it
smell
would
like
have like,
something else.
we can probably look it up on our little machines.
It's gonna smell like iron, which will
Yeah.
smell like meat.
No, because that's oxidized, right?
Yeah.
Unless if you're
If you've got an
got
opening,
an open hole.
what
Yes.
does the inside of a person
I think
smell like?
like toad. Because in my head I was like toad kind of like would smell like nothing, but I guess they are a
Mushroom.
fungus. They would
Yeah.
smell like fungus.
Although toad, that is a hat, maybe.
Yeah, but I think that's only for the
like
cartoon.
A smooth creature.
Yeah.
What's the most hairless like
Naked
apart-
mole rat.
Naked mole
no,
rat.
they live in the dirt. No, I was gonna say Mario character.
Yeah.
The most naked Mario
Like
character.
hairless.
Oh, hairless.
Oh.
Yoshi?
Yeah.
They would they say smell like a reptile.
Yeah.
Sweet, tangy, metallic.
Yeah, meat.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Why? I don't know why you were so against it being. The human body is meat.
I know that. I don't know. I just like I go past the butcher and I
There's
thought it'd be
definitely
bit
a
different.
unique smell to the innards that's hard to describe. Yeah.
Indescribable, like the tawny taste.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
What? Okay. What if? How are we gonna kill Bowser? Let's figure it out.
I think like you might be. So the
Well, how do you kill kings of old?
Yeah.
Like,
Poison.
yeah, poison, assassin,
Betray them.
Poisoned jester.
Yeah, stab them
Bomb
through
in the jester.
stab them through a curtain.
Yeah. Stab them. Well, are you in the curtain or are they in the
Well,
curtain?
what is Bowser?
I'm in the curtain.
Is
I think.
Bowser love? What does he love? Like to because if he was say part of like his glutton club, could you like feed him way too much food? And
What
then
does
just,
Bowser eat? Yeah, good question.
I don't think you really see like Bowser isn't like a big feast guy. I
No.
don't think.
I think the king's in the curtain, but I love you in the curtain trying to stab out as you come past.
Why is the king in the curtain?
I think he's hiding and listening in or some shit.
Is it? Oh,
Some shit like that, dude.
no,
From
the
plays.
king gets poisoned through his ear. It's
Yeah.
the uncle that's killed in the curtain.
Yeah. Well, we could poison Bowser through his ear.
That's
yeah,
true.
when he's
It's an option.
sleeping.
Yeah.
There's a Reddit post from 11 years ago. How did most medieval kings die?
Gout?
Some people saying
Syphilis?
here, first post. Most medieval kings died of old age, boo, illness, or some other natural causes.
Okay.
If they died of
No
something more
shit.
nefarious, it usually stands out in historical
Yeah.
records.
What about, have you ever seen that video of someone, they got a tortoise and they think it's a turtle and they drop it in a lake? And people are like, wait, no. Because like it's just going to sink to the bottom.
Yeah,
Can we do that with Bowser?
drop him in the lake.
Maybe.
Yeah, like can he swim? We say, Bowser, I'm your canoeing instructor. Come out with me on Lake Haversack. And
he's-
then,
Don't worry, I've reinforced the canoe.
yeah.
I was going to say, 3 were killed in battle or wounds sustained in battle. 1 king died in a brawl that he probably started.
Awesome.
Shout out to Edmund I.
That's awesome.
3 were definitely murdered, and 2 were probably murdered, and 2 were beheaded.
Okay.
Okay, so could we cause an uprising
Well,
for the Goombas?
In Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, there is a noose in the town square for some reason.
Bowser hanged by the neck till dead. So heavy he would break the gallows, though.
But, okay, well, they're... Oh.
We're going to
well,
need a stronger rope and stronger wood.
Yeah.
Or do what we did with that elephant and electrocute him.
Oh, the Stampy method.
Okay.
Stampy? No, that's the
elephant
Simpsons.
from the Simpsons. They electrocuted
Topsy?
Bart's elephant.
Topsy.
Yeah. We say, Bowser, just come here for a speech, and then we electrocute the ground that he's on.
Yeah, and we know he's not immune to electrocution because
Yeah.
we see that in the games.
I think there's a risk that Bowser becomes like that. This makes him more powerful.
Giga Electric Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he's going to shoot us with lightning bolts.
What about we go
He
back to
breathes
the,
electricity.
we go
now.
back to the drowning method?
Okay,
Yeah.
Let me
okay.
give you my plan.
Alright.
I say, Bowser, welcome to my camp, Camp Jackson. He comes in with Bowser Jr. I take them out on a canoe. While we're out in the middle of the lake, I pull out a gun and I just shoot the bottom of the canoe. And then we just sink into the lake. And I die too, and that's okay.
You can swim, dude.
No. I sink like a stone, like I'm too heavy.
That
And then
sucks.
we hit the bottom of the Bowser can't swim. He doesn't have the legs for it. He's got stumpy little legs. He's not going to be able to get out of there.
Okay.
He
In
drowns.
most Mario games, Bowser can swim.
Fuck.
So you drown, they're fine.
I do
Well,
like
they're traumatized for life.
Yeah, I do like the idea of doing it's like a father-son sort of like bonding experience, and that's how you get them both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is a way to
Well-
kill someone?
Well, with kings, often they'll have a taster.
oh yeah.
So what can say, and who is his taster? Because what is that taster? Maybe
Kamek, maybe?
probably right. So
Yeah.
what is he?
He's like a Koopa, like a wizard Koopa.
So what is a wizard immune to that will kill a regular turtle man?
What is a wizard immune to?
What can't you feed a turtle?
Magic soup? Probably there's tons you can't feed a turtle.
Plastic.
Plastic! Oh my god, the answer was right in front of us.
why we think right there?
We
We
need a
finish a six-pack.
Yeah, and then we say
We go toss the rings.
we kill Lemmy and Bowser Jr.
Bowser, some of his children
God.
trapped in the rings trying to get out.
And if that doesn't work, we feed him a straw.
Fuck, dude.
That was
Killing
easy.
turtles is easy as hell.
Bowser, look! It's a jellyfish, I say,
Whoa!
shaking a plastic bag.
Bowser, oh, it's tangled up in his guts.
And
We
now-
did a good job.
Yeah. Mario comes in, Mamma Mia.
Oh, my
and
God.
I shake Mario's hand and I say, don't worry, we did it. We took care of it. And then I reach out my other hand and say, $5.
Pay up, Mario, you bitch.
Mario, we did you a favor.
Yeah, exactly.
Killing turtles is easy, Mario.
Killing turtles is our
Wasn't
life.
even that hard.
Give us $5.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
we did it in one. Dude, I forgot how easy it is to kill a
Yeah.
turtle.
Well, on that note, I've been Joe.
I've been Jackson.
And I've also been Joel. And thank you very much, Thumb Cramps, for joining me
Thank
on
you
a
so
very
much for having
special
us.
episode.
Check us out. New episodes every Friday. You can follow us on Instagram at ThumbCrampsPod.
Yeah.
And video games.
Yeah, dude. That's
thank
what
you
this
so much.
episode was about.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Plumbing the Death Star, for having us.
Yeah, thank you for me the Death Star.
Yeah. Goodbye.
So long.